Welcome everybody, my name is Trevor and I am a full-time bladesmith, self-taught. And I make swords, blades, axes, knives, all kinds of different things. And the purpose of this class that I've made is to help you learn how to do the exact same thing. You see, it doesn't really matter why you're interested in bladesmithing. Maybe it was movies, or books, or video games, or TV, or history. Whatever it is, this is the class that will help you learn how to do it. You'll learn how to work with your own two hands and to make blades that you've designed. So let me tell you a brief overview of some of the things that we'll talk about in this class, and then I'll tell you why I think this class would benefit you so much. So first, we'll talk about the most basic, foundational things you need to know in order to make a blade. We'll talk about the equipment you need, how to set up your shop. We'll talk about steel choice, handle material, how to move the material on the anvil, how to use your hammer, how to quench the blade, and of course, much more. We'll even later talk about more advanced things like Sanmai and Damascus. But the idea of the class is to start you on your path to bladesmithing and learn to make designs of your own. Here's just a couple of the ones that I've done, but you think about a different design that you might have and you draw it out, you sketch it out, and then you'll learn how to make that a reality by using nothing but a hammer and an anvil and a little bit of heat. You'll start to develop your abilities so that any design you can think of, anything that's functional and practical, you'll know how to do it on your own. And then when people come to you with ideas and come to you with requests, you'll already know how to do it because you've learned the basic fundamentals of what is required to move the metal effectively. You'll learn heat control, hammer techniques, how to hold it with a tong, different types of tongs, and more. And plus, you get to learn all of this without getting in over your head. Because sometimes it can seem completely overwhelming. But believe me when I say that if I can learn how to do this, so can you. Because the truth is, I was born and raised in a relatively rural area in Alaska, and I didn't have access to special equipment, I didn't have access to training, I didn't have access to pretty much anything that could enable me. And yet I was still able to, through massive trial and error, learn how to do so. So now let's talk about some of the reasons why I think you should take this class. And honestly, a big part of it is to avoid mistakes. Now there's no fast track to bladesmithing, but honestly there is a slow track. And I took it for years because I was making mistakes that I didn't even know were mistakes, and it was drastically cutting the effectiveness of the blades I was making. It would be years down the line and I would realize I was making a huge mistake that compromised the knife. And it wasn't until then I was able to improve the quality of what I was doing. So while I can't put you on the fast track, I can keep you off of the slow track. So it will take time and it will take effort, and there will be plenty of mistakes, but I will help you make it as painless as possible. I think another reason why this class will be so much fun is because it's engaging, it's interactive. You see, there will be homework projects, there will be discussions, there will be group sharing, different feedback, demonstrations, and you get to be a part of the bladesmithing community, which is admittedly pretty impressive. But let's say you don't want any of that. Maybe you just want instructional videos on how to do so, and you want to sit in your own house at your own time and just watch it up quietly. You can do that, absolutely. This class will benefit pretty much anyone who wants to learn how to move metal with a hammer and anvil. So in my opinion, whether you're learning this in order to develop a hobby or maybe someday look into making it a business, you're gonna love this class. I've got your back, I'll support you the entire way, and I'll do whatever I can to make sure you can start your path to an effective bladesmith. And you're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. Now lastly, if you wanna watch some of the work that I'm doing, definitely follow my Instagram and my TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube, and if you have any questions at all, just send me an email at barrettknives@yahoo.com. Again, my name is Trevor Barrett from Barrettknives, and we've got a lot of work to do. So let's get started. See you at the forge.